Welcome to Unwind Podcast. We're your hosts, Maritza
and Melinda.
Hey guys, we have an interesting episode today. I think it's gonna hit home for a lot of people, right?
I know.
So this one is entitled Healing versus Harboring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, right, when we talk about this, what we're saying is a lot of people harbor pain.
Yes.
Right, from the past, and they think they're healed, but what they're doing is that they're like pushing it way, way, way down.
Yeah. That, and some people just really do harbor and know that they're harboring and just...
They don't care.
Yeah. They say healing is not for the other person, it's for yourself.
Right.
And there's a reason that they say that.
Yeah,
it's
forgiveness.
It's forgiveness. Yeah. It's not... It's for your own sanity.
Mm-hmm.
It's sometimes we harbor things or we suppress them and we feel like we dealt with them.
Yeah. And then they just keep piling up and it comes up over and over. Like it could be pain from your childhood that you just kind of push way, way, way deep.
Yeah.
And then something triggers that, whether you're in a relationship or with somebody at work, and you just kind of like flip out.
Yeah.
You know, and then the person stays with that, like, you know, deer in the headlight look, like, whoa, what's going on? But it's actually something you're still dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that it's hard. It's hard because I think people hate reliving pain.
Yeah, because some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the negative Nancy, and then you have the positive Patty.
Again, we keep using names.
Oh,
Listen, guys,
sorry.
I'm sorry if your name is Nancy or Patty.
I'm sorry. Yes.
You love that saying.
I know. I'm sorry. I do. All right. I'm sorry, Patty. I'm sorry, Nancy.
Jeez.
I'm so sorry. But you know, you have the people that are one extreme or the other extreme, and so it's either they're super positive and you know they just say, I'm good. It didn't hurt me. It's all fine. Everything is rainbows and butterflies.
Life is great.
Life is great. And then you have the person that's like, everything is the
awful.
Problem.
Yeah.
Like Eeyore.
Yeah.
I can say Eeyore though, right?
Eeyore. Oh, but Eeyore's my favorite character because he's
he's
like the, you know why?
So
because
sad and
I think he goes, why bother? Like,
why
it's
bother?
okay. Whatever. Life is okay. Like,
yeah. I mean, he has a good, you know,
he's cute.
characteristic that you can pick up from and stuff, but it's in general, what we're trying to say is, you know, someone who is always like, everything always happens to me. Everything, this is just...
Well, I don't even think it's even that too much, right? I think it's just, right, for example, myself, right? It took me years to heal, right? To accept the disabilities. Yeah. Right? I was harboring it, like just kind of ignoring it.
I know, but what I'm saying is you can have either extreme.
Right,
like someone that it just everything always happens to them. And they never see the positive, and they're not healing because they're just like, oh, it always happens to me.
It is what it is.
It is what it is kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But like going to what I was saying about Eeyore, like it's just like...
Leave my ear alone.
I know. It's just like it is what it is kind of attitude. And no, we have to deal with them and not suppress them. And then not everything is rainbows and butterflies, right? Because we do have to confront any issue that comes at hand and be able to navigate them and navigate through our emotions and navigate through...
You have to heal.
Exactly.
It's like a scab, right? If it doesn't heal properly, it's going to keep bleeding, right? So if we don't heal ourselves, we're going to keep bleeding in a sense. You know what I mean? It's just going to keep on oozing out. Whatever it is that hurts us, whatever it is that's trauma, it's going to keep coming out of us, whether we like it or not. It's because we don't know how to deal with it, you know? And you have to be willing to deal with it, accept it, work through it, so you can be better from it. Yeah. You know?
We're all a work in progress.
100%. Listen, the only person that was perfect was Jesus, and he went back up to the throne. So
he's like, forget you guys. No.
He's like, I'll leave my spirit for you.
He's like, he left us a spirit. Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. Listen, it's It's tough. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like I was saying, right? For me, like with my disabilities of like my fusions and all that stuff, I'll be honest, I ignored it. I was like, so my wrist doesn't move. All right. So what else can I do?
Exactly.
I was like, so you're telling me I can't walk? I'm gonna try to run. Like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like until like my back was against the wall where I was like, oh my goodness, I can't feel my legs.
Yeah.
Like I can't wiggle my toes. Like, oh, okay, it's for real. Like my wrist doesn't move up or down. And it had to become like, and when I say years, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it was years. Like, because it was always, well, what can I do? Because I saw that as my weakness.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, my wrist is fused, my back is fused. Okay, that's a weakness. I can't show my weakness. So what can I do to show everybody else I'm strong?
Yeah.
Right? But then I was hurting.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was like really sad.
But then how did it come out in the other aspects of your life, right? Because you're harboring that. Yeah. So it comes out.
I was always trying to find something.
Yeah.
To prove to myself that I wasn't weak.
Okay, but then what other things does it affect?
Everybody around me.
Exactly.
Oh, 100%.
So that's where I'm getting at, because when you harbor something, it doesn't just affect yourself.
Yeah.
It affects the people around you, and it affects, because I know just by like I obviously we have private conversations. Yeah. It's just like someone will tell you, hey, no, this is what you're doing.
Yeah. And
you're not realizing that you're doing this, but
you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah. And that's just it.
Yeah.
Like it hurts people around when we harbor things, and yes, ultimately it hurts ourselves, right? Yeah. That's the biggest thing. You're hurting yourself.
Yep.
You're hurting people around you, but you're hurting yourself as well. Yeah. And I think we're advocates of this. It's just like heal. Like, someone did you wrong. Someone did something to you, you know. Deal with the emotions. Yep. Forgive.
Yes.
And move on.
And then I know it sounds easy, right? Forgive and move on, but it's a work in progress.
Of course.
Because you can forgive something, but it's hard to forget something. Yeah. And then that's the part of harboring, right? Yeah. So when you're forgiving someone, but you're not forgetting, you're harboring the pain. Yeah. Right? And we're not saying like, hey, forget the pain. No, we're saying you need to work through this pain. Yeah. Like, are you going to continue to press rewind on your life? Or do you want to press play and move away from the past, right?
What did that situation do to you? Mm-hmm. How did it make you feel? Sit in those emotions.
Yes. It's okay to cry.
Cry in them, scream, yell, break something, whatever. Yeah. Sit with the emotion of it all, and then the healing can start. Mm-hmm. Because
talk with somebody.
Absolutely. That's
key. Like, don't just break stuff and then your spouse comes home and is like, what happened? Did we get robbed?
Yeah, seriously. Talking to someone, journaling, I think we say this in other episodes. Yep, journaling. It's being able to deal with those emotions and deal with the emotions. Sorry, I bumped myself here, and so that's why she's laughing, and I keep on, but no, ultimately, like, dealing with the emotions and dealing with, the problem or the issue at hand, and not letting it
fester.
And then come out in a negative way.
And then a lot of things too, like when you harbor pain, people start like trying to take care of it on their own, right? Yeah. So it's like you start like doing things that you realize are not good for you, but you do it anyway because you're numbing pain. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's not healthy. Right? So rather than do that, face it head on. Yeah. Like, people have trauma, right? Mm-hmm. There's people that I know that have gotten attacked, as children, like sexually molested. There's people that have been cheated on, right, in their marriages, and that has affected them in huge ways. Yeah. And there's people that have lost children, like miscarriages. I can say I'm one of them, and it's trauma. Yeah. Right? So it's how you choose to respond to that trauma, right? If you're going to harbor it, then you're going to stay in the same circle.
Yeah.
When you start healing from it, saying, okay, this happened. I understand it happened, but it doesn't mean I have to live in this moment forever.
No.
This is not what's going to be the whole thing to control me. Because then you get kind of like with the horses, right? When they put the little blinders on, you're just focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you take off the blinders, wow, there's so much more, right? Your life keeps going.
Yeah.
There's beauty in the pain. Whether you see it now or not, it's going to like unravel. Yeah. And you will see the beauty. You will see the blessings. You will see how even in the moment that pain had meaning. Because you become someone different. Yeah. You just grow. Like, you know, life is difficult.
Yeah.
No one said it was going to be easy, right? It's not.
It would be
great.
So great if everything was easy.
Yeah, like if you wake up every morning, it's a sunny day. Like, you know, but imagine that. If we lived in a world where it was sun all the time, our plants wouldn't grow. The trees wouldn't turn green. It would look like death outside.
Yeah. California.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
They need rain.
They get fired. Yeah. That's what you see what I'm saying? That's why even like we have seasons. Yeah. There's a purpose because something happens, right? So it's like we need that. We can't have the sun every day. We need the rain sometimes. You know, we need the storms because then we appreciate when the sun comes out. Yeah. We appreciate those warm days, right? Like right now we're in the process of like spring is here, summer's coming, right? People are so over winter. You know, like here in the northern like side, like Jersey, New York, right, Connecticut. Once it turns like 60, I think people put their bikinis on. Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's hot. Whoa, like you know,
everybody's in shorts and chancletas
because they're so over it. You know what I mean? But it's funny how we could do that with weather, but when it's with trauma or pain, we can't look at the joy of what's to come
because it's so hard when you're in the moment.
Yes.
And let's be real, it is. It is hard in the moment. Let that sit. That's why I said when you have to deal with the emotions, how does it make you feel?
Yes. Yeah.
This made me feel
angry.
XYZ.
Yeah. I was angry. I was sad. It was, you know,
depressed, whatever it is.
I freely now, right? Because I have healed, right? I am okay to tell my husband, hey, I'm hurt by this.
Yeah.
Or if I feel like I'm having a bad day where something from the military triggered me or whatever, I will share him like, today's not a good day for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I saw this and just kind of resonated wrong. And he'll be like, okay, well, let's talk. Yeah. Like, what can I do? And sometimes I'm like, nothing, I just wanted to share. Yeah. Like if I seem off, you know? And then sometimes I have to, for me, working out is my like way of de-stressing. Yeah. You know, so I'll work out, calm myself down and be like, okay, it's a moment. Yeah. You know, like that moment, that puzzle of my life, right? It's over and done with. Yes, there's stuff that triggers me, but I can move on. Yeah. You know, because I have my 3 girls, my home, my mom, my dad, my brother, like his wife, you know what I'm saying? I look at all the great things that I have. And like, why do I want to be in this moment? That moment was before any of these people around me. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like my kids, it's over and done with. Yeah. You know, but are there moments that will trigger you? Yes.
Of course.
Yes. But if you're healed, you'll learn how to move forward. Yeah. If you're not healed, you're going to simmer in that feeling way too long.
You know, when I know the answer, but I don't know. I want to ask you to see if we're on the same page.
Okay.
How do you know that you're healed from a situation?
When it doesn't bother you as much. Like when you're okay to just kind of like brush it off your shoulders.
When you can speak on it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect you. Yeah. It doesn't anger you.
Yeah. When it doesn't, like you're not emotionally attached to the trauma anymore.
Yeah.
When there's no emotion attached to it. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I mean, listen, I think for me, right, you knowing me, I probably took a long time to open up about the military stuff with you. Yeah. You know, and it was because why? Because there was still emotion attached to it, like anger and pain and sadness, where I've grown now, I've accepted it, you know, and I look forward to everything else we're doing.
That test was a part of your testimony.
That's right, girlfriend. That's right.
But it is.
It really is. Like I honestly talk about like my moments of life where I've overcome so much, because I never want anyone who has a physical disability to let that disability define them, right? Because if I was to do that, I'd be in a wheelchair right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be walking, right? I'd probably be on all this medication that they try to prescribe me, but I chose to not do that.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, I was like, okay, this is my obstacles, but I'm gonna look at how I can overcome them.
Yeah. But it takes that dedication.
Yes.
It takes that that drive, that faith.
Yeah.
It takes a lot in trusting the process as well.
Listen, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but like my second spinal surgery, you know what's funny? The first one I was like nervous because I didn't know what was gonna happen. The second one, you know what I literally said? I was like, all right, God, here we go again. I was like, but I know you got me.
Yeah.
Like, I already knew I was gonna be okay.
When your faith is that big.
Yeah.
You know? They say faith as small as a mustard seed is all you need, right? When you really trust and believe. And you were trusting and believing God in the process. And that's just it. Yeah. And if you don't have that faith, right? And you don't know, but it's ultimately,
you feel it. It's a feeling inside that you know you're good. Like, things are gonna work out, you know? And I know that people listen to us and they're probably like non-believers, but listen, whether you're a believer or not, you're covered.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share that with you. You're covered because we're his children at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that, like, some people it's hard to see it, but when you're at your worst point of your life, and your darkest moment, I'll be honest with you, that's when God comes in and saves you the most.
Yeah.
Like, I will say that, right? Like, because the pain sometimes it's what brings us to our knees.
Yeah. It
really is.
It
is. It's those desperate moments. It's those like, right? Because we don't know how to heal ourselves.
No.
We really don't. We need, you know, yes, there's doctors. Yes, there's friends. Yes, there's that. But ultimately, sometimes we just need to drop to our knees and surrender. Yeah. And say, like, you know what? You know me better than I know myself.
Yeah. And then just doing the work as well.
Yeah.
Because had you just dropped to your knees and say, okay, you know as well, but it's also you had to put in the physical work of it too.
Oh, yeah.
You had to get up.
Yeah.
You had to not stay bound to that wheelchair.
That's
you
right.
had to, and so that ultimately, it's not just, trusting God and everything.
Yeah.
But then you also have to put in the work.
Yes.
You have to sit in the feelings, put in the work to that healing part. And healing it takes time.
It does.
It doesn't, you're not going to be automatically healed and automatically these emotions are not going to bother me because I spoke about them. No, because sometimes that other person is not at the same place as you.
Right.
Especially, right? When the other person is not in the same place as you.
Yeah.
And then you're in the process of healing, but then that other person never asked for forgiveness, never forgave you, whatever the situation is. And then you're just like upset again because that person is not in the same place as you.
You feel like they're taking you for granted.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're like, okay, I may forgive you, but I'm still hurting. Because there's a difference, right? You honestly, people, you can forgive somebody, but the pain is real. And nobody can tell you how long it takes to heal.
No.
Right? What we're saying is don't harbor it for years.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a grudge from like 10 years ago, you're harboring something.
Yeah.
It is time to heal from that pain. Right?
That's a bigger conversation.
Yeah, that is right. That's like another episode. But that's what we're saying. Like, don't hold this anger.
Yeah.
Because anger, eventually, it actually builds up inside of you. And then you lash out.
Yeah.
And you become a person that you're not meant to be. You know?
Yeah, because you become this angry, bitter person.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the person that holds a grudge or the person that is acting based on fear.
Yes.
acting based on, you know, emotion, or acting based on what you did to me or what everybody in the world did to me, and it's a cry fest. It's me. Like, no, it's
there's more people in this world.
Yeah, I mean, you mean to tell me that the world doesn't revolve around me? Like, you know. But yeah, it's just like, you know, to get to the healing process, you first, you know, what are those emotions that you are harboring?
Deal with it,
and like deal with it head on.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, and you know what it is, like, listen, there's situations that happen, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people harbor it because they don't know who they can turn to.
Yeah.
So then they rather say, well, I'll fix it, or I'll deal with it. I'll work through this. But then you're really not.
Yeah.
You're really not, right? Because you need those people that you can call. Like, in confianza, like they say, right? Like, you know, you trust them.
Yeah.
That you trust them, that you could share, hey, this happened with so-and-so. I'm hurting. What should I do?
Yeah.
And sometimes people will give you the wrong advice, and you'll be like, nah, I don't like that advice. But at least talking a little bit came out of you.
Or what about what our guest said in one of the other podcasts is like, okay, I'm going to talk to you, but
that's right.
Don't try to fix me.
Yeah, don't try to fix me. Yeah. That was very wise words.
Yeah.
That was, you know, and that's what we need. We just need somebody to listen.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, like it's just tough because, I mean, especially like our parents, right? They come from a generation where it was whatever happens here stays here.
Yeah.
And then that still harbored in them, though, because then it was like they're lashing out on us as kids, and we're like, well, I don't know why you're mad. I didn't do anything. Like, I just put my shoes here. Why are you so mad? But it's honestly, they're just hurting.
Yeah.
You know? And that generation didn't really talk.
Yeah.
That generation was just, they sucked it up, they marched on, and that's it. You know, and that's like, you know, the older people, you guys sometimes are like, oh my gosh, that's such a bitter old person. No, it's not that they're bitter. It's just they didn't heal. They harboring it still. You know what I mean? And I think in their older age, they're realizing it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. To
have this anger, to be so bitter. They feel like they missed out on love. They missed out on the happiness of life because they were always like just putting on that burden and holding it and the grudges and just kind of like you know how they say, right, carrying not only their cross but everybody else's cross, you know. And I my heart hurts for that generation, you know, because I feel like that's why they call them the wise, right? Because they share with us like, hey, don't worry about it, like let it go, talk about it, this is not the end. You know what I mean? I hear that a lot, like this is not the end of the world. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, wait a second, you're right.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's not the end of the world. It's not, I know sometimes in the moment it feels that way.
Yeah.
It feels that, you know, everything is caving down on you and everything is just, it's tough.
It's heavy.
It's heavy. It's, you know, some people go through some really heavy, hard things.
Where they're sitting there and they wonder if they're alone. You're not alone. Listen, honestly, guys, we're here.
Yeah.
We really.
If you want,
really
message us.
Yeah, message us.
Yeah, we would love to chat.
We're here for you. Like, if you're in a dark season right now and you're like, oh my gosh, like things keep happening and whatever, and they're talking about healing, but how am I going to heal if so-and-so hurt me, or my spouse did this, or, you know, my spouse cheated on me, or listen, it is not the end.
No.
You know what I mean? Bright days are coming.
Yeah.
You are in a season, but seasons change. Trust me. I mean, I did the metaphor before with the weather, but it's true, guys. Like, every season has a purpose. You're going to grow from it, right? Your season is not meant to destroy you. It's meant to build you up. It's meant for you to learn something, but you have to be willing to, like, feel it and go through it and march through it. Like, don't run away from it and then harbor it all inside, because it's going to be worse for you in the end.
Yeah, I think that when you run away from something, it's going to come back.
Yeah, it's like a boomerang. You throw it and it comes right back.
Right back. But It does.
Yeah.
It does. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it with, people who just run from everything.
Yeah.
And run from every situation.
And you know what they're running? With weights. Think about it. Because you're just adding pain. So it's like if somebody put like an ankle on you, like one of those like the chains with the balls. You know what I mean? So now you just keep adding weight to it and it gets heavier because you can only run so far until you can't anymore.
Yeah. What about what your pastor did? Remember that other episode?
Yeah.
Okay, this is good for this episode.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys didn't listen, right? My pastor had shared that he did this thing where they put rocks in a bag.
Yep.
Right? And then they had to wear this heavy bag and they had to go up a mountain, right? When they got up to the top of the mountain, the man that was in charge of this whole group literally said, okay, now everything, like what the rocks were written stuff that was burdening them.
Yeah.
And when they got to the top, they had to throw these rocks off.
Yeah.
And once you released it, that's it.
That's it. But it's the same thing as, how about those rituals that
you write it and
I don't
burn
want to say, you write it and you burn it because there's a reason for it. It's somewhat therapeutic. I've seen those places that you can go and break glasses and break a bunch of things.
My cousin took me there.
Oh, yes?
Yes. I forgot what they're called. It's like a not stress room. It's one of those rooms where you go in and they literally tell you could break everything with a bat.
Yeah.
You could throw stuff. And me and my cousin went, and it was because I was going through a very tough season of my life. Did it help you? And it totally did. Like, we laughed so hard because we were just breaking things and it just released anger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was hurting. I was in so much pain.
Where is that place? So anybody around us?
I don't know the name though, but it was in Paramus.
We have to find what, or if you
know the place, just tag it.
Yeah, well, if you know of a place, tag it to us, so that our people can see. But the places like that, ultimately,
they help. They really do.
Are therapeutic. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Writing something and putting it in your fireplace, burning it, letting it go. I like the lantern things.
Oh, that's nice,
letting stuff go and metaphorically, right? If you're deciding, okay, this is what I want to do, right? I'm going to write it down and I'm going to let it go.
Yeah.
And then now you're doing the healing part.
Yeah.
And you're going to start, doing anything that it is that's going to help you talk about it. Maybe that'll help you healing, whatever you feel that you're ready. And then when you can talk about that situation and not get upset,
then you're good.
You're
golden.
Exactly. That's where you need to get.
Exactly. You know what's funny? Like, so you're talking about this, but I'm thinking about, you're going to laugh at this. So I got baptized as an adult. Right?
Yeah.
And it was in Puerto Rico. And I just remember the class, right? And the pastor made me laugh so hard because he's like, listen, we're doing this class. When you get baptized, it's not that you're taking off your old self and putting it on a hook.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be this great Christian person. And when you get mad, you're going to go back to that hook and put that person back on. Yeah. He's like, no, it's done. That's it. You're saying I'm done with that person. I'm going to be brand new. And I think, like, as you're talking to me, I laugh because I could see so many people saying, I'm going to change, but I'm going to keep this person here just in case they need it. No. You can't do that, guys.
That person's not going to stay on the coat rack.
Yeah, you can't have it on a hook and be like, you know what? Like, Uncle whatever is bothering me. I'm going to go put this person back on and go argue. No, we're not going to be that person. We're going to let it go. We're going to heal from everything. You're going to be a better version of yourself. We really are encouraging you to let go. Let go of the pain. Let go of the stuff that's hurting you. Let go of the drama.
Yeah.
Like don't let that come into your house.
Yeah.
Try to steer clear from it. Don't be involved in the gossip, because sometimes that also brings pain.
Yeah.
Like just be a better version. Like heal yourself for you, not for others. Right? The only thing you can control is you.
Yeah. And it's ultimately like work with what you can control.
Right.
And whatever you can control that's where you need to control whatever you can, because a lot of things are outside of our element, outside of our hands, and whatever you can control is your emotions, your healing process, how you choose to heal it. control that.
Yeah.
And that's where we ultimately want everybody to be at. And
make the choice.
Yeah, it's a process. Yeah. It's a process, guys.
Don't choose to be angry.
Yeah, but again, thank you for yet another week.
Yes, guys.
We
are very thankful for those that have listened to us and follow us. We just want to say, continue to listen, continue to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to our podcast on LinkedIn, Spotify, and YouTube. We're on YouTube. If you want to see us, you can go on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Anything that we mentioned, we will put it in the description bar.